I will post it to Nafis, for example. That means send has been done. Awaited is something that you can mention if turnaround time has been completed. No one uses this status, by the way, awaited status. They directly do approve or reject it, but awaited sometimes has been done to give a better patient experience that, yeah, it's taking time more than required, but don't worry, we are still on it. So that is something that awaited means. Finally, then there is approve and rejection. Whatever response comes back, either via Nafis or via the actual portal of Pupa, if you see that there is an approval or rejection, you will come and click on approve or rejected, and you will mention the period of approval and blah blah blah, all those information. You can also cancel a request, or you can resend a request if you have to. But that is something that you can sort of do as well. So these are and you can filter it out, of course, according to this. So one team is only working on posting it, one team is only working on sending it, one team is only working on approve and rejecting the final this thing, right? They can do all these things. That's a good part of this thing. If you want to sort of define a centralized team, this is the way of understanding what tool they are using right now. You can also filter by departments to see the requests. A dental department handles their own approvals. So this is a great screen. They will go filter by dental, and now you have all the dental requests coming to you automatically. You can also search a particular patient. So a patient comes walking to you, to your office, and tells that I want to know my status. How do you check it? Just put his file number here. If he doesn't know his file number, click on the green box and search by either citizen ID, that is his Ikama or something, his passport number, things like that. His phone number, if he knows his phone number, policy number. This should be enough for you to search for that particular person. Refresh time. What is refresh time? You know that in real time while someone is working, there's going to be new requests that are coming in, right? And this would be the perfect thing for you to sort of click on refresh time and set a time period that every 1 minute add the new requests. Incremental data keeps adding into the screen. This is for real time adding of information.
Osama, I have a question regarding the physician screen. If we required more justification or more data from the physician in the as approval team, is there any option to send the requirement to the physician screen from approval office? Because currently workers are using the phone, sometimes calling the reception to go to the doctor and asking for any modification.
Actually, you are right, and that is one very weak this thing about it. They don't have an intimation physician query form or something like that, RFI button that I want to request for more information, and insurance can directly intimate to the doctor. That flow is not there. So the fastest way that they have to do is on phone. I will show you something, but I'm sure you'll get annoyed by it, and you'll say that no, it's easier to call the first doctor by this. So there's something called My Task. I can click on this. It doesn't take so much time, but now it's taking, I don't know why.
في لو تشوف الايكون تبع يا ابو جمال، لو تشوف الايكون تبعت التكست اللي موجود اللي لونها اصفر jump about us.
This one?
Yes, this one.
Yeah.
You can add any note here, but you need cooperative doctor to check those instantly.
Yeah, okay. No one is going to do that. So that's why I was going to show you the My Task. In My Task, what you can do is you can create a task for that doctor.
Yes.
And then the count will change over there. That it will show you 6. The doctor can click and see that there are 6 requests done by insurance offices for this particular patient. He will have to go and see. But can you guarantee that the doctor is looking at that My Task? He's so busy with the patients, he's not going to look at the My Task thingy. So he forgets about it.
Tasks are very helpful, by the way.
Yeah. So then the best thing is to pick up the phone and call him directly and harass him that please fill the information. That's the only best way to do it.
Sorry for the interruption. This is me, Dr. Abdurrahman speaking. Even if the doctor couldn't see what is mentioned there in the task, maybe we could ask the nurse to check what is requested by the approval team, and she can submit it, or she can tell the doctor to submit the data easily.
It's a good thing. So in this case, then I would suggest that we raise the request not by a particular employee, but against a department. So we will call it like dental insurance or dental nursing department or something like that, and then against that the request will be done. So whoever is that charge nurse that day, she will open the request and she will see, because this request has to be directed to someone, and we don't know who this someone is.
Exactly, and if it can be highlighted, for example, with like red color, something that there is something requested by the pre-authorization team, yeah, that will be very helpful.
Yeah, it can be highlighted. It can be
Yeah.
highlighted in red color. That can be done. So
Yeah.
that way it will be done. As a process, if you want to keep this, I'm I agree with you. You should do it. It's a good option. Very good.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right now you see, but something's happening. The my task thing is not working. It's, oh my god, crashed. This is the problem of YASASSII, right? It's so heavy and it loads sometimes so much that you end up crashing it most of the time. But I like the idea. I think you are spot on with that idea. We should use that. Let me first find out why the my task thing is working so slow. If it's not like this, then we can make some documentation or videos and something like that of how we are going to do this. And here I start implementing it in one small department, like started in dental or started in ortho or something, and then see how it goes on and whether it's making sense for people to use it or not. But my task option is terrible. It's not working.
تريح راسك وارسل له ايميل وخلص يا ابو جمال.
Okay. So that was a good point. Anyways, so now we'll see how this screen operates. We have noticed that on the top the filters are there, and we understood what filters are being used. Now let's talk about if you want to see what is in the patient list and what is in the request details. Patient list will show you all the different patients who have requests against them. Now there could be multiple people in line. There's Osama, there's Eba, there's Hamad. Let's say there are 3 people over there, and you'll have 3 lines. If you click on Osama, then it will show you that Osama has a request for a lab, radiology, medications, blah blah blah. All those things you will then see it on the bottom part. Here you will see patient list. Here, if you click on a patient, it will show you the details of what has been requested for that, and then you can update the status against each one of them. Let me try to gather some information that from a past experience, if there is any. There is an option of creating a new request also. So although most of the requests are generated from the doctor's side, there is a possibility that doctor did not enter it, and it has to be initiated by the insurance department. The request itself is being initiated by the insurance department. There is a possibility of that. And how to do that, I will show it to you at the end of it, of course. Notice what I've done. I've searched for a long period of time, and I can see that these are all the requests that are there. I can filter them, like you said, by the insurance companies. I can filter them by the buyers. I can see the information of the person. So let's see what all is there. First of all, you can see the request number. You can see the file number, name of the patient. When did the doctor put this order? What is the episode number for that particular patient that is coming? What is his mobile number? Was this visit an OP or an ER or an IP? Which insurance is he using? What is the buyer? What is the membership number? What is the policy number? Status of the patient, whether he's reported to the reception, yes or no. And then there are clickable buttons. Then click on EMR to see the notes. This happens when someone wants to research before he sends out the request. If he wants to find out whether we have a strong thing in our hand or not, whether the UCAF is filled up properly or not. For example, EMR, he can fill up, he can see the information and he can put justification on the portal. Claim form, if you want, is the first thing that he will download, right? If he clicks on the claim form, yeah, this is a decaf, for example, in this scenario, and I can see whether the information has been entered. Yeah, I can see that the information has been entered. His insurance card information is there. Chief complaint and other information, if entered, is going to be available. Someone has been testing this, so you can see the test has been mentioned over here. What is the service? Put its tooth number, and then everything is information. So that's good, right? I mean, not bad to start the basic decaf. Information is available. At least basic things are there in place. So it's not terribly wrong. Also, I mean, based on the visit that we've done for the MOHs recently, I'm sure we all appreciate this. What we have right now. Here you can always filter by certain people. Now, in this scenario, let's see that this particular patient, Mahdi, he has for him there was a removal of impacted tooth requested. The price of this is 1380, and we have to take a request. The request is still open. So how do we move ahead with this one? Against that, you will find. I want to find. Hold on. Let me just find someone that has multiple things. So it makes more sense for us to work. Yeah, great. So we have someone over here who for whom echo was requested and ECG was electrocardiogram was requested. Okay, and we want to take an approval for that. How do we do that? I click on this button next to yours and click on this and select what I want to do now. It is at open stage. I want to post it. Guys, you can also, there's something that you can do over here. You can remove certain statuses. If you don't want post status, we can remove that. We don't need that over here. If you say that, Osama, don't start with open, start directly with post. The first step by default when it enters the screen, it should be at post level. And then the next step is that I should do send. That's all we need. We don't need this middle post in the middle because it's annoying. It's for no reason. Maybe for a bigger organization, it would make sense. But for a small organization, Mohammed Al Faqih and just one hospital, you don't have to do this. So that way is also, if you feel like you want to remove it, you have that option. Let me know. I can remove that thing from you. So I'm going to click on post and I'm going to select which of the items am I posting. So I'm selecting for that, these two and click on save. It has changed. Should now be posted. There you go. It has been posted now. I can see the log of who did this, who did what. So I can see that there's a user called 01. That is me. And he's the one who posted it. And it was opened by a user called 1441 in the first place, and then modified by this particular user. Every status is being timestamped and captured and things like that. So you can always identify what's happened. Anyways, here again, I'm gonna move on. Ideally, when people are working on such patients, they do not search by the list. They will always filter by the MR number, because right now, if you ask me that which patient you were working on, I have no idea which patient I was working on. So that is one drawback over here. Muhammad Qasim. And now I know over here is there. I'm going to filter his name, mobile number, MR number here, 1128. Okay. Then I can change the status after. Let's say I've taken the UCAP, downloaded the UCAP, and I've sent it to the insurance company. Then I will change the status to send. I will say I've sent these two requests, and I will save. Okay, so I will mention that what I got on the portal. I will mention it over here. Click on save, send status. Finally, I will wait for